If you don't know how to research, you don't know how to write copy. Everybody I know who makes over $5,000 to $10,000 per month is a great researcher. So my name is Brandon Story, and for the past 6 years, I've been a full-time copywriter. I've made over $575,000 profit as a copywriter and make over 10K a month. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how to do effective research as a copywriter to understand your audience, to understand your product and service that you're selling, and to understand how to generate tons of results as a copywriter, which is really, really necessary if you want to make 10K a month as a copywriter this year. So let's dive into it. Why does research matter? Number one, don't listen to me. Listen to the guys who've generated hundreds of millions as copywriters. Listen to what they have to say about research. David Ogilvy, advertising people who ignore research are as dangerous as generals who ignore decodes of enemy signals. That's David Ogilvy. He sold hundreds of millions, worth over $1 billion before he died. Eugene Schwartz, you don't write copy. You assemble it from research like a mosaic. Gary Bencivenga, the market is the ultimate proofreader. It tells you if your research was right. Claude Hopkins, the writer who understands how to influence minds does not guess, he studies, he proves. Joseph Sugarman, each product has a unique personality and it is your job to find it. So don't just take my word for it, take these guys' word for it, because they've generated hundreds of millions and these are the copy goats. Okay, so now that you know why research is important and why you need to make it part of your mission as a copywriter to be really good at research, how do you actually do it? This is one of the hardest things for people to figure out. So I'm going to tell you how step by step. Number one, you need to master consumer psychology. So everything starts with just understanding people. If you don't know how people work, good luck trying to sell them anything, especially as a copywriter with the written word. You need to get inside people's minds. You need to be a mind reader. That is your job as a copywriter. It's not to write words and be fancy and woo-woo. It's to read people's minds, to know what makes them tick. How do you do this? You need to understand consumer psychology. How? By reading copywriting books, reading marketing books, reading psychology books. Go pick up the book Adweek Copywriting Handbook. Go pick up the book Cashvertising. Go pick up the book Influence by Robert Cialdini. These books will give you a firm foundation for how people work. For instance, like knowing that people's top need is to avoid death and live as long as possible and avoid pain. This is one of the reasons why health and fitness is one of the biggest markets, number one market, right? Knowing that after that, people's top goal is for food and shelter. People want to be able to survive and live and have food and have shelter. After that, what are people's goals? Make more money, have a bit more money to afford the things they want. After that, relationships. So when you know what people are after, also ego, self-esteem, community, when you know what makes people tick, you can know how to tap into those. You also know what, as a copywriter, when you learn how to tap into, getting people to make a decision now versus tomorrow. For instance, using urgency, scarcity, greed, FOMO. These are all things you learn as a copywriter when you build a foundation through the books. Also by studying great copy. So see those guys up above that I just quoted? All those guys? They all have ads and sales letters online that you can read and study, and you should read and study them, and you should hand copy them word for word. Okay, I'll put a link below to get my $2 billion swipe file, which is my personal swipe file of 73 of the greatest classic sales letters and ads that you can use to study and hand copy to get great, which is a huge part of the reason why I was able to build a 6-figure business in just 12 months as a brand new copywriter. Okay, so you want to do that. Get the swipe file below. After that, take courses, get coaching. You want to get great? Learn from somebody who's already doing what you want to do. Learn from somebody who's already succeeded in an area you want to succeed in. Master consumer psychology, and you are going to sell. This is the first step of research, is just understanding humans in general. And this is the way you're going to do it. Books, studying great copy, courses, and coaching. Number two, pick a specialty and a niche. So I see this all the time, brand new copywriters saying, I don't know how to research. I don't know how to write copy. Where do I start? There's a million types of copy. There's a million audience people to reach out to. What do I even do? How do I even practice? How do I even get started? You want to know how you get started? You stop being broad and you go narrow. Pick one lane and own it. Pick one target audience. This means pick fitness coaches or SaaS founders or finance bros. Pick one category, one audience, one niche, and just write copy in that thing. Because when you're in one category, at least to start, when you're brand new, your research, you don't have to keep researching brand new topics and brand new industries over and over and over again, which takes tons of time and is very challenging. Pick one thing. Be the fitness coach, a copywriter, right? Like this is just a easy fallback, but go after fitness coaches, because once you understand how fitness coaches work and what makes their people buy their products, then it's really easy to go to the next fitness coach, pitch him, and already know what triggers work on his audience. Like it's very, very easy. You want to stream, make your life easy as a copywriter. Make your life easy to get to 5, 10K a month. Number 2, once you have your niche chosen, that's who you're targeting in your copy, pick one lane, pick one type of copy and specialize in that. For instance, you could be an email copywriter or an ad copywriter or a sales page copywriter. Those are the top 3 I'd recommend to start with. For me, I specialized in email. I'm an email copywriter primarily. So get really good in one type of copy, because different copy will have different nuances for how it's structured, for how people respond to that copy, and what you need to focus on in those things when you do research. Pick that. Pick one niche audience and one type of copy and pair those together, and then research. For instance, if you're going to be a fitness coach email copywriter, you're going to start to study fitness coaches, and particularly emails by fitness coaches, to learn how to write emails for fitness coaches. It's very simple. Number 3, keep in mind, research. You should always be researching as a copywriter. When you have clients, when you don't have clients, like research is part of the game. This is part of your job, part of your role. But here's the thing people get wrong. You read all these books about like these crazy like Gary Halberts who sold $1 billion, and like how they've spent months and months just researching before they even write copy for a client. Now, I'll say this. Most people aren't Gary Halbert, but most people also won't work the way Gary Halbert works as a copywriter. Gary Halbert would take on projects for individual clients for like several months at a time and then stop and do like huge, like massive direct mail campaigns. So he had to be in one individual client, one individual product for like 3 to 6 months. And so he would spend weeks and weeks and weeks, sometimes months, in the research phase to make sure he gets the copy right. You don't have to do that. Most copywriters nowadays do not have to research like that. You don't need to spend months and months and months on one client research before you even write a single word piece of copy, before you even write one line. That's not how most people work as a copywriter in 2025. So this is what I do. When I do research, 90% of my research comes when I onboard a client in the first week. So I'll typically spend, when I onboard a client, 3 to 5 days just in research. So I will be like researching their product, the client, their business, the product, their audience, their copy, all the stuff, and I'll take and I'll do like a concentrated, like deep dive into research for days. But then after that, I'll write the copy, and I will get up to speed on their business and research. Like 90% of my research happens in that phase, and 10% is ongoing. So like, don't get caught up in like trying to have to come up with a big idea for clients and spend months and months. It doesn't be months and months, but I would say take a few days with each new client you take on. And ideally, keep that client so you don't have to keep researching over and over again. You want your job to be easier and quicker and more efficient as a copywriter. Get a client and keep a client. Stay in one niche, and your research is, you want to reduce your research time as much as you can while still being effective. Like research is necessary, but like you don't have to spend millions and millions of months on it. You just need to be good enough at it. So do a ton at the beginning when you onboard a client, and then just maintain. I'll show you how to maintain. Number 4, let your client do the research for you. Let them do the heavy hitting for you with the research. What do I mean by this? I mean, when you onboard a client, like I just said, which is the most important part of your research phase, let your client give you all of the research they've done, which they probably don't even know they've done. And if they don't know they've done it, pull it out of them, extract it from the client. Your research starts with your client first and foremost, before your audience, before your product, before the competition, before anything else. Start with your client. They know their business. They know their product. They know their audience more than anyone. They may not know that they know that, so you have to be the one to extract that from them. How do you do that? Number one, when I onboard a client, I give them a research questionnaire right from the get-go. This is just a Google Doc of here's like 25 to 30 questions. Tell me all about your business, your offer, your product, your story, your audience, your competition. Tell me what things make people buy. Tell me about your main goals, start with your audience, start with your client and let them answer. And I just say, fill this out, send it back to me. And that will do like 50% or more of what I need to understand about this person's business and how to write the copy. Number two, I usually like to follow it up with a client interview. So give them a research questionnaire and any loose ends that I didn't get that I feel like I need a bit more about their product, about what sells, about good copy, about their clients, about their audience. I'll hop on a call like this, for like 30 minutes or an hour and just be like, hey, can you go a bit more in detail on tell me about your offer a bit more. What are all your offers? How does that work? Hey, what sells people the most? What do you find? Like those kinds of things. Do that stuff and request marketing materials. Get access to all your new clients, all the copy from the past. If you're an email copywriter, look at all their past emails, get access to their email software, look at any folders, any research they have. Say, hey, do you have any research folders of who your target audience is, your ICP, your past marketing materials? And can you just send it over to me so I can just dive in? They might already have a bunch of stuff, okay? And if they don't, you go figure it out. Look at their social media, look at their website, look at their emails, look at all the copy that they have out there in the world and start collecting it, put it into a folder, okay? Number 5, do broad niche research. Once you've gotten your client to do the bulk of your research for you, you want to start diving into your broad niche research. And you should have already started doing this before when you picked your niche originally up above. But we want to go into it even more now that you actually have a client in here. So how do you do this? Easiest place to start, Reddit, forums, Amazon, Facebook groups, and AI. So I'm going to show you literally let's just pretend I'm an email copywriter for fitness coaches. We're going to go to Reddit and we're going to go to fitness, the fitness niche in Reddit. Okay. So we're here, we're in the fitness Reddit. I literally just clicked on a random, I don't even know what this is, Moronic Monday, your weekly stupid questions thread. And we just want to see what people who are interested in fitness, what kind of questions they have, what kind of pain points. We want to look for complaints and pain points to see what people want. We want to try to see what things make people tick. Why? Because we're going to take people's pain points and flip those and copy and paste those into our copy and speak to them. Because when you want to meet your audience where they're at and then write the copy that's going to get them triggered. Okay, let's see what this guy has to say. Just got started getting back to the gym. He's 34 male. Okay, so now we know who we're talking to. 34 male, started getting back to the gym, struggling to even lift the empty barbell. Used to go to the gym, boom, 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 boom. I don't have any chronic injuries. I'm not sure what's going on. I just fail to understand why I'm struggling so much now as opposed to before. Maybe because this, I'm not too sure. So this is a very unique situation. This guy's 34 male and he used to be able to lift way more and he's getting back to the gym and he's way weaker than he used to be. So that right there could be literally an individual ad, an email, a whole sales page. Hey, are you in your mid 30s? Are you going to be almost 40 soon? Are you trying to get back to the gym? But you pick up the barbell and you can't lift even half of what you used to be able to lift. Literally you could use this kind of specific example as an imaginary scenario in your copy. Well, you probably think it's because you're lifting the wrong thing, or probably because it's your age, or probably because it's the equipment or the gym or it's your diet. Well, let me tell you, it's none of those things. It's actually how you're working out. Boom, 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 boom. This could be the intro to a whole piece of copy right here. So I'm just literally looking in real time with you at random stuff. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so 41 male, been bulking, slowly increasing, boom, boom, boom. Weight's been stuck at 200 pounds. Okay, so this guy's definitely not brand new, not a beginner in fitness, but could be targeting more advanced people. If we look at this, hey, I don't know how to bulk up and whatnot. This guy's a more advanced fitness guy. So if your client is focused on more advanced people, then this might be a good place to start. So this is a problem. He's trying to bulk up more and reach to ceiling. Okay, so there's a pain point. There's a problem. This guy, he's just trying to lift more. This guy, he's trying to bulk up more visibly. What are good lifting stats for a 15-year-old? Okay, so we just want to enter into the minds of our target audience. And I love that these guys are saying their age, and like, I'm going to guess this is a guy, but I don't know for sure. What are good lifting stats for a 15-year-old? So now we're talking about like, this is like, why would this guy want to know this? It's because he wants to improve his fitness as a teenager, right? So this could be like an intro to copy. Hey, are you wondering what are good lifting stats for a 15-year-old? Get my playbook. You could create a whole lead magnet just based off this one question. Here are the top 20 lifting stats for 15 to 18-year-olds. Here are the top 20 lifting stats. Hey, are you curious if you're even like lifting the benchmark? If you're underperforming or overperforming, grab our cheat sheet. Here are like the top benchmarks for what you should be lifting at what age. Boom. There's a free lead magnet. That could even be a paid product for like $10, like a low ticket thing. I got pain on my right wrist on pink side. I have this for months and it's very annoying. Anyone have any tips to get rid of it? Okay, injuries from fitness. Anyways, that's Reddit. I'm not going to dive into everything, but we could go into so much. You just spend time in here. Just spend time reading about what research is all about, just getting into the mind and the heart of your client's audience and understanding them. You just want to understand people, what their pain points are, their desires, their fears, their objections to buying a program. Like, what do they actually want? Where are they at? And speak their language, right? You also want to gain their language. Like, I'm not some like master fitness guru, but like, what the heck is a hack squat? Why is hack squat bruising? I don't even know what a hack squat is. So like, if I was to become a fitness copywriter, I'm going to be like, what the heck does this mean? I'm going to look it up, right? So that's where you want to start. Amazon, another great place. Check this out. So let's just say we're going to go after like fat loss, a sub niche of fitness. I'm going to go look up books on Amazon for men's fat loss. So if we're targeting men's fat loss hypnosis. So this is that's a sponsored one. Let's go to this one. This one's really good. Men's Health Meta Shred Diet. Okay, so here's a diet plan. Fat burner workout. Let's go to this one because we want to target guys who are doing workout stuff for fat loss. Go to the reviews. So one, you can look at the copy and see what kind of copy is resonating. Men's Health 28-day belly fat burner workout planner. Okay, so if you notice here's something in the copy that works really well, especially for info products, give a time frame. How quickly is this going to happen? I like the copy says 28 days. What I'd like to see to make this to the next level would be actually saying like how much weight they could lose in 28 days. But it's off to a good start. That's just something to keep in mind is like, look at the titles, look at the headlines, look at the books. You know, when you go to an Amazon listing, look at the any description they have. They have barely any copy here. Actually, here's the copy. Now you can get rid of your gut and keep it off. Look at the way they're writing the copy. That sounds pretty good. These are the best exercises to drive fat loss. How would this copy be better if they said, here are 7 simple exercises to drive fat loss in 28 days? So make it sound quick, make it sound easy, give it a time frame. But either way, you can just start driving into like, what are they focusing on in their copy? Because we're going to probably start replicating this in the future. But where I want to go, which is going to be really juicy, is the reviews. Look at what people are saying in the reviews. Because now, remember when Reddit, we were looking at like general pain points and people's questions they had about fitness and fat loss? Now we're going to be looking at people's opinions about a product or service that either solved or didn't solve those pain points and desires. This is gold. Looking at reviews of products and services, even if you're targeting fitness coaches who are selling a coaching program, go look at books in the space. Go look at books about this stuff because you're going to be targeting similar pain points and desires and solutions, except it's going to be slightly different product, but very, very similar audience stuff, right? So this guy wrote a ton. I personally found the first 49 pages more useful than the actual workout plan. They gave me a valuable understanding why belly fat tends to accumulate. Okay, so this guy's saying, I like that they taught me why this stuff happens. So it helps me understand it to overcome it. So this is something to focus on in the copy maybe. hey, we're going to show you why this belly fat is stuck on you and how to get rid of it, right? Maybe instead of just saying like, here's how to get rid of your belly fat, it's here's why the belly fat's accumulating, how you can avoid in the future, and then how to do that, right? So that is one. What I also like to look at is like bad reviews. This one doesn't have a lot of bad reviews, but I like to spend time in the 5-star reviews and the like 1 to 2-star reviews to see like what are the biggest complaints about this product and service. I guess they didn't write a review, but either way, you'll find like, this book sucked because it didn't even help me XYZ because it didn't include this, this, this. These are all things you want to take into your copy in the future to make yours better. You can apply this, all the things that people complain about. And I just went through one little quick Reddit thing, one quick Amazon thing. Go through a ton of these. Go look at the things that people are talking about in reviews and apply them. Right here, this is not a beginner's guide, which I didn't notice at first. There are a lot of advanced exercises. Overall, while it's not been very useful to me yet, the nutrition part is great, and I hope to utilize the remaining parts soon. Okay, so this person's complaining that like, hey, this is actually not a beginner's guide. So he gave it a 4-star because the copy didn't make it clear that this is not for beginners. So they probably should have said in the copy, intermediate or advanced, something like that, guide, when this guy thought it was a beginner's thing. So that's just something to keep in mind, is like, it's important if you're going to write your copy, are we targeting beginners or not beginners? If we're targeting beginners, use words like beginner, easy, entry level, Kickstarter. Are you brand new to fitness? Are you clueless? Like, use that kind of lingo in your copy if you're targeting beginners, and don't use that lingo in your copy if you're not. So this guy's bad review is because there was a disconnect in the communication from the copy to the product, right? He probably would have given it a higher star, but he was targeting the wrong people in the copy. So, but then again, this guy says the exact opposite. So this is why you want to do in-depth. He says, this is common sense stuff. This is for beginners. This guy's saying he's a pro athlete though. So, but you want to just spend time in reviews, and tons of them, and look at the good, look at the bad, and take the best parts of the things that people talk about in their reviews that are good, you want to focus on in your copy. And you can oftentimes almost copy paste exactly what people say. Obviously you can't word for word, but like, take things that are really good in the copy. Like this, the workout planner is nicely written and organized. You literally could say this in the copy. This workout planner is like written simply and super organized, so you have an easy guide to follow. It's a realistic and sustainable workout plan for belly fat reduction in just 28 days. Like, literally, like, I use a lot of the copy just straight up from reviews and tweak, not word for word, but you get the point. So that's that. And then another thing is, if you're not sure, like, if we're going to target coaches, I just went to Google reviews for men's fat loss program, right? You can look at other people's programs if you're going to be targeting coaches, and just go to Google or AI, ChatGPT, whatever, and type in stuff like this, and go see what people's opinions are about specific programs. Is V-Shred's fat loss extreme program worth investing in? Hard no. He's selling this. A few insights. Like this kind of stuff. Dive into people's complaints about programs. Dive into what they're raving about, and use that to scale your copy and make it even better. Okay, so that's some stuff about research, broad research. Go to AI, go to ChatGPT. You want to know how to use AI as a copywriter? Research. Go to ChatGPT, go to Grok, go to Perplexity, whatever you use. Go research. Hey, give me all the insights about, I'm targeting, here's my new client. He's targeting 40-year-old men who want to lose weight and who are like hot executives in their companies. Like, tell me all the details about their pains, fears, like objections, desires, all the things they want. Go into research mode and go to AI and use that. Okay. Number 6, spy on your competitors. Okay. You do want to look at the competition. Why? Because you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Look at what already is working out there in the world. Look and see, okay, if I have a fitness coach as a client, what should I do? Go look at the fitness coach's competitors. Look at their copy, look at their marketing, look at their reviews and testimonials, good and bad, all that stuff. And you want to see what they're focusing on. And go sign up to their email list even. Like, for instance, let's just say this guy, I keep using him as an example, William Charters. Let's just say this guy is my new client. Check this out. Watch what happens when you're on Instagram and you click follow. See all this? Boom. When you click follow, Instagram will show you suggested accounts right out of the gate. Guess who that guy is? Guaranteed a competition. Like men's fitness coach. Let's see what this guy is. Let me guess. A men's fitness coach. There we go. Here's competition. Maybe he's not direct competition. Maybe he's whatever. But I want to look at his copy. Join my mentorship. I want to go look at his website. I want to go look at his emails if I'm an email copywriter. I'm going to go sign up to his email list. Okay, I'm going to look across all these guys. These are really quick ones you can do. It's just like, boom, go click follow. And you're going to see a ton more other guys. Fitness, physique, and energy coach. Go look at their copy. Go see what they're doing right, see what they're doing wrong. And, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Go start with what you have. Go look at the competition. Go look how are they writing their emails. What is selling? What are people focusing on in the testimonials they have for what they enjoyed about the program? Spy on your competitors. Number 7, analyze past client performance. This is so underlooked, but this is so valuable. Your client already, ideally, if you landed a client, they're making at least $20,000 to $100,000 a month in revenue. So there's enough of a piece of the pie for you to make at least $1,000 to $3,000 a month as the copywriter. Now, if they're making $20,000 to $100,000 already, pretty good odds that they've written some copy that's half decent at some point in time. So look at what already sells their audience. How do you know what sells their audience? Look at what copy worked well in the past and reuse what you can. You don't need to go take a client's copy and be like, we're deleting all this and we're going to start from scratch. Look at past emails. Look at ones that have sold well. Look at past performance. Look at past campaigns. Ask your client, hey, what emails have done well? What sales pages have done well? What's your conversion rate? What's this? What's that? Look at past data. Hey, if they do sales calls, hey, what sells people on sales calls? If they have sales calls recordings, get those recordings and go through them and see what the face-to-face salespeople are focusing on when selling people over the phone or over a Zoom call. Look at what copy worked well in the past, request marketing materials from your client, and analyze that and reuse it. If social proof works really, really well, if they have social proof emails that are generating lots of revenue, guess what? Go do social proof emails. Go share client stories, testimonials, all that stuff. Number 8, listen to your client's audience. So look at your clients' reviews. Look at their testimonials. Look at feedback. Go look at emails if people have feedback on programs and stuff like that. Go do polls with your audience. Beehive lets you do one-click polls, Beehive email software. Go do surveys. Ask people, hey, what's your biggest challenge? What's you're trying to figure out in your marketing? What's your desire? What do you want to see in a program? You want to take this to the next level? Get your client to do interviews with their customers and audience. Ask them, hey, what are you dealing with? What are you struggling with? What do you want help with? What do you want in a program? What would make your life easier? And if you want to be you want to wow your client, you go be the one to do these interviews yourself. You're gonna take this to the next level by doing that kind of thing. But listen to your client's audience. Listen to them. This is first party data. This is incredibly juicy. It's one thing to look at your competitors and see what they're saying about them and stuff like that. But it's another thing to speak directly to want to get into the minds of your audience. Speak directly to the people who are already paying your client money and talk to them. That'll be the best research. And number 9, this is the final one. Once you started writing the copy, you've done all this preliminary research, you write your copy out. Do you want to know what the best way to go from there with your research is? Don't just listen to your client's audience. People can give you their opinions and tell you what they think is good, what they want in a program, what they're willing to buy, or what their pain points and desires are, and all these things. Do you want to know what talks? Money talks. When people start dropping money into programs, into products and services, when cash starts exchanging hands and dollars go into your bank account, and you're going to see what subject line worked better. This one sold more than this one. Guess what? Listen to your results. This is the ultimate. Look at your analytics. Go A/B test and go optimize. See what things actually works in your copy. Once you start writing copy, look, hey, did you write a social proof email and it flopped for some reason? Okay, well, if it flopped, then go look at what was the problem. Did you write another email that was a welcome email that was in depth on the founder story and it did really well? Well, maybe we want to talk about the founder a bit more. in the copy and what resonates with him. So listen to your results. Go do A/B tests. Go optimize and look at your copy post launch after writing it and see what actually is sticking. And then you want to know what you want to do? Keep writing copy like that. So there is your free masterclass on how to do research as a copywriter. If you want more help, I will put another free course in the upwards area around here on the video. If you like this video, subscribe, like, comment, and then watch that video to dive in to build a $5,000 to $10,000 a month copywriting business in 2025.